I'm still trying to even think how he even got the fracture. I'm still clueless.
Right.
I wish I could tell you. I have no idea.
That's the same question we're trying to get answered.
Yeah, I have no idea.
This is Melissa Calusinski, 22 years old, a teacher's assistant at a daycare outside Chicago. 3 minutes into questioning, and she doesn't know how a 16-month-old boy in her care ended up with a fractured skull. What she doesn't know yet is that the medical examiner already has an answer. Hours before this interview started, he told detectives the fracture wasn't consistent with a bump or a fall. It came from another person, using real force, and it happened while the boy was still alive. Melissa doesn't know that's already been said out loud 3 doors down. She's about to spend the next several hours finding out exactly how much they know, one question at a time. His name was Benjamin Kingan. Everyone called him Ben. 16 months old, a twin, with his sister in the same daycare room down the hall. On the morning of January 14, 2009, his mother dropped him off the way she did every weekday at a daycare center called Miney Subi in Lincolnshire, Illinois, a quiet suburb north of Chicago. He spent that day the way most 16-month-olds spend most days, playing on the floor with the other toddlers, fussing about a nap he didn't want to take, being watched by the staff who rotated through his room. By late afternoon, one of those staff members was alone with him, Melissa. At some point that afternoon, Ben stopped breathing normally. He was found unresponsive, foam and blood coming from his nose. 911 was called. He was rushed to the hospital and pronounced dead about an hour later. Melissa was the only adult alone with him when it happened. That's the reason she's the one in this room tonight, and the reason the questions aren't going to stop for a long time. Before Melissa ever sat down in this chair, the pathologist had already briefed police on what he found. A fractured skull, heavy bleeding inside the head, an injury pattern that, in his opinion, pointed to real blunt force. Not a stumble, not a bump against furniture. And on the outside of Ben's body, nothing. No bruise, no mark, not one visible sign that anything violent had happened to him at all. So walk into this room with the detectives for a second. They're holding 2 facts that don't fit together on their own. An internal injury serious enough to kill a toddler, and a body with no outward evidence of how it got there. Somewhere between those 2 facts is Melissa's version of what happened. And over the next several hours, they're going to make her tell it more than once.
Nothing serious.
Did you hit him in the head?
Nope.
Did you do anything to contribute to any of these marks on his head?
No.
Nothing?
I swear, nothing.
Okay.
28 minutes in, and the denial hasn't moved an inch. Not softened, not qualified, just nothing. It's going to take a lot more than 28 minutes before that answer changes. Rewind to the start of the interview. Watch how she talks in these first few minutes.
When we went down.
Was he in this classroom the whole day? When you went up to him, was there anything coming out of his mouth? Or?
No.
So you just went up to him and said, Ben, Ben, and he didn't respond?
No.
And you said you shook his arm?
Yeah.
And how did you know that he wasn't just sleeping real sound?
Because he would have woken up.
Why? Were you shouting his name?
No, he would have heard me. Because at other times when he would fall asleep on the chair, he would wake up.
If you said his name?
Yeah, or I'd be like, Ben, Ben, and his eyes will open. They really would.
A routine she says she used on him before. Nobody asked her to explain it. She offered it, unprompted.
Mom even said, I seen him, Billy seen him.
So was it ever documented?
No, because he would do them at home. Like, he would do it with Mom around.
Who else seen it?
Me, Wendy.
The mom would tell you he had.
Yeah, she even told the doctors at the hospital that, with these bumps on his head, it's from him hitting his head. I was told. And,
by who?
By the director. Beth and everybody, we were all talking, and Billy even asked me, they're like, have you noticed about the bump on the head? And I'm like, no, I haven't.
When was this?
This was at the hospital when they were all at the hospital with Beth.
Wednesday or?
Yeah, Wednesday. And
a bump weeks earlier, raised by her, before any autopsy result enters this room.
Did he have any bruises on his face?
No, none.
None that day?
None. Absolutely none.
You would have noticed?
I would notice if he did. He has really light skin. I'm thinking.
Is there any way that an accident might have happened and you were afraid to tell someone because you thought everything would be okay?
Yeah, no accidents whatsoever.
But
I never, yeah.
And what about him hitting his head and, you not paying that much attention to it and then being re-aggravated on that changing table? Could that have happened?
That could have. With him hitting his head, yes.
First, an absolute denial. 9 seconds later, a hypothetical opens up. She isn't confessing, she's testing which version this room might accept.
it's before he started losing consciousness. The only people in this room were you and Nancy.
Yes.
So if someone did this to him, it would be safe to say that the only people that could have done something to him would be either you or Nancy. Is that a good, if it happened within 45 minutes of this?
I agree, but I don't even know what I could have done to make him hit his head.
But you wouldn't, like I said, this is a substantial injury. If he hit his head to cause this injury, you would know.
I would.
He's narrowing the room to 2 people, and one of them just agreed she'd have known.
I even
You
asked.
ever reported an accident before?
Not there, no. Because I've never.
You've been there for a year and 2 months?
I've been at the other place.
I mean for this company.
For this company, yeah. I have reported accidents.
Like what type of accidents?
Bumps on the head.
Like from what?
What do you mean?
Like, did they fall
Yeah, when they fall or they clench together and there would be a mark literally on their heads and I would report it. I am telling you the truth. I did not drop him.
Or
Anything, nothing serious.
did you hit him in the head?
Nope.
Did you do anything to contribute to any of these marks on his head?
No.
Nothing?
I swear, nothing.
Okay.
I swear nothing. A 16-month-old who can't speak for himself is the reason that sentence is being said. Here's where it turns. The detective stops asking what happened and starts telling her what the pathologist found.
Do you know how an autopsy works?
They search and find.
They do
like an examination or try to find out.
without getting into graphic details, they basically dissect the body. They'll, of course, look at the skull.
Okay.
They look at the size of the brain. They measure it. They weigh it. Have you ever seen photographs of what something looks like, underneath flesh where it's bruised or there's a clot?
She says okay, like she's following a lecture. She's actually listening to the outline of her own case being built.
All fracture literally means this bone here is broken.
Broken?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And it's not that easy, especially in an infant or a younger child, to break bone with mild impact because the bone is soft.
Okay.
Okay. So it's very flexible. In fact, the skull hasn't formed.
Okay.
And again, I'm in the grow shop. We've examined photographs, and so is the doctor. And they've been at the autopsy, and it's obvious that there's an injury to the back of the head. Okay, which is consistent with kind of what you said. However, 2 things that are inconsistent.
Okay.
The extent of the injury, under no circumstances, can be caused by that minor of an event,
Okay.
falling backwards.
Falling backwards.
Okay. Secondly, the front of the brain is also slightly bruised,
Okay.
so there's a whiplash effect.
Okay.
Thirdly, I made a comment to you, somewhere earlier today, where I described the fall or the injury being like somebody being dropped from the 2nd floor.
2nd floor of a building. A forensic opinion, word for word. Melissa's story, so far, has been a slip near a chair.
From now on, don't tell us the truth, and everything will be okay. That's fine.
That's fine.
We
know that.
understand that you're scared, and we were not lying to you here. We need to know the truth. It's going to help us, okay, Melissa? And promise me one thing, that you won't lie again. And I promise you, we're gonna make things as easy as possible. Did you drop the baby? Did you slam him on the chair? You slipped. Why were you afraid to tell us you slipped? Did you slam him on the chair? You sure? You wouldn't do that? He just slipped. In the back, his head hit the back of the chair. And after he hit his head, did he fall onto the floor?
He fell, but he went through the crowd and it was like after that.
So
So-
he hit his head and then fell to the ground. And how were you standing up when this happened? Were you standing straight up?
Yeah, I was bending. I like was like this, and it slipped.
Yeah. He slipped, Ben slipped?
Yeah.
Ben slipped, not he, not it. For the first time in over an hour, his name and what happened to him are in the same sentence. Second floor of a building. A forensic opinion, word for word. Melissa's story, so far, has been a slip near a chair.
Yeah.
So his feet weren't on the ground? No? It's okay. But you gotta tell us this, how high off the ground do you think he was?
This is all gonna make sense.
Like this much.
Don't exaggerate stuff to think that it's gonna make your story better, because it'll make it worse. Tell me exactly.
It wasn't that much off.
So you thought he was on the ground, and you let go? Is that what happened?
And he fell like that and hit the back of his head.
Because he was like leaning. He wasn't like leaning forward. He was sitting up like. He was like up like this, like straight up. And like when he fell back, I heard him hit his head. I did. And then he just like went, like he like swung a little bit.
28 minutes in, the answer was, I swear nothing. Now it's a reenactment, with a sound she says she heard. Benjamin Kingan was pronounced dead January 14, 2009. In November 2011, a jury convicted Melissa Calusinski of first-degree murder, 31 years. She has spent the years since fighting that conviction, arguing the confession followed 9 hours without a lawyer, and pointing to X-ray evidence her attorneys say the jury never saw. Ben was 16 months old. He never got the chance to grow past the age this video keeps returning to. If this kind of case breakdown is what you came here for, subscribing means you'll see the next one.